Hello, Linnea. I'm just, having my lunch. Oh, sorry for eating meat in front of you, but maybe someone should have been a little more careful when challenging me to cook with eggs. So, I decided to bend the challenge a little and cook with eggs, but also cook with meat and use eggs as an ingredient. So, I made semi-Swedish meatballs. So I'm just going to take you on over to the kitchen and show you what's been happening for the last half hour. Welcome to Cooking with Lydia, Episode 1, Swedish Meatballs. Now I have my ground beef, I have my egg whey, half an onion, some flour, some milk, and some breadcrumbs. So we're going to start by putting the meat in this lovely bowl. Now, we are going to chop our onion. Wonderful. So, adding the onion, chopped. Okay, and again, handy wooden spoon. And I have no idea if I'm doing this right, but I make this all the time and it seems to be really good and I'm kind of just winging it, so we're gonna go for it. Time for the egg, the ever important egg. And I know you're probably expecting me to make scrambled eggs or something, but you just said cooking with eggs and this is my egg. And that just squirted me. That egg just squirted me when I have egg hair now. Does that happen? It squirted. Well. Let's just see that a couple more times, shall we? That just squirted me. Moving on.
I've heard that egg is good for your hair.
Have to just do a little bit of that here. It's breadcrumb time. I'm just gonna add some of these here. It's Italian style, so we're making, Southern European meatballs, I guess. Okay, dash of cloves. A dash of allspice, really not that much at all. Dash of cayenne pepper, because you know me. Now, we are ready for Mr. Skillet. I'm going to put on some noodles too because I always like to have my noodles with my Swedish meatballs and I think it's a really good lunch. So as you can see, we got some going here. They're pretty small for time reasons. I want to be able to cook them quickly, but they're sizzling away. It's beginning to look a lot like meatballs. Whee! We've had a Cooking with Lydia tragedy. Gingy was decapitated. Okay, we've got our official taste tester here to tell us whether it's good. Okay, Lydia made a boo-boo. I forgot salt, so they're a little bit saltless. Okay, so we got our pasta with our meatballs on top, some butter. We're adding a little salt. Shh. Ha ha ha. Red pepper. Always. Which brings us back to the present. So you asked me to talk about my favorite place in the world outside of the people I have associated with it or the events or anything, and automatically Farm and Wilderness came to mind, which is of course the family camp I go to every summer. But I realized that really is associated with the people and events, which is why I love it so much. And even though it's beautiful in nature, it's still really about the people. So I've decided that my favorite place would be Peaks Island in Maine. There's a boathouse there that my family stays at on Columbus Day weekend, and it's just the most beautiful place in the world. So I'll show you some pictures I took there so you can see why it is so incredibly beautiful. Lay back, rest your head on my thighs. There is some awful
action that just breathes from my hand, just breaths from a deed so exquisitely grand. And you're always on my mind, and you were always on my mind, and you were always on my mind, and you were always on my mind. Well, I would not have moved if I knew you were here. It's some special action with motives unclear. Now you'll haunt me till I've paid for what I've done. It's a payment which precludes the having of fun. And you're all